rainy, gloomy afternoon, little Charlie, around maybe 5 years old, really wanted to play outside in the rain. So she went to her daddy and said, "Daddy,
Yes, my little pumpkin?
I want to play outside in the rain," said Charlie, as she looked up at her father.
Oh, baby. You know I would let you, but I don't want you to get sick.
"Please, Dad."
No, Charlie.
"But why?"
Because there's bugs and creepy crawlies out there that might get you sick.
"Please, I'll be careful, Papa, please."
All right, but stay in the yard where I can see you.
"Okay. Come on, Razzle. Come on, Dazzle. Let's go outside and play."
But make sure to wear your raincoat, baby girl.
"Okay, I promise."
That's my girl. And then Charlie went outside to play, and she had her raincoat and everything, and she was having fun splashing in all the puddles.
"Yay, this is fun." "This is so fun."
But then she got a kind of mischievous idea. She took off her rain boots and began to jump in the puddles, and she was having so much fun, and she was running on the wet grass and having the time of her life, just running in the rain. And Lucifer, on the other hand, was making lunch, making hot and warm chicken soup for my little girl and I. Do 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 do. Quack 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 quack. I like to say quack when I cook food. I have no idea why I like to say that, but I do. I wonder what's taking Charlie so long. It's almost time for lunch. And then a few hours later, Charlie came running back inside because she knew it was time for lunch. And Lucifer said, "Oh, there's my sweet little princess." But one thing Lucifer didn't notice is that a tick was on Charlie's little hand. Little hand and little foot. So she had 2 ticks. And they were itchy and scratchy. And she wouldn't stop scratching and itching. And Lucifer said, "Baby, what's the matter, sweetie pie? Why are you scratching? Did something bite you outside?"
"No, Papa."
"Okay, then we'll eat your soup." And Charlie was eating her soup, but she was really itchy. She couldn't even sit still, so she went to sit down on the ground and began to scratch and scratch and scratch and scratch and scratch and scratch to the point where she was bleeding. And Lucifer said, "Charlie, what's wrong, baby girl? Why are you scratching so much?"
Nothing's wrong, Dad."
"Charlie, don't lie to me. What's with all this scratching? Did something bite you outside?"
"No."
"Charlie, you know how I get when you lie to me. I get angry. Tell me the truth. If you tell me the truth, I won't get mad."
"But Dad, if I tell you the truth, you're gonna get mad at me."
"I won't. If something is bothering you, you got to tell me. If something hurts or you don't feel well, you let me know." And then all of a sudden, Charlie was about to say something when she fainted in her father's arms. Charlie, wake up. Charlie, baby." And then he picked her up and said, "Don't worry, baby. I know where we can go." He wrapped her up in a warm blanket and turned off the stove, obviously, and rushed to Enchanted's castle. Enchanted. "Lucifer, what's wrong?" "Something's wrong with my daughter." "Let me see." Oh my. She has a tick on her hand,
And her foot. That's why she's bleeding. And hey, bring her in quickly. We have to remove the ticks. If you don't, you could get Lyme disease. What's that? A very deadly disease. Come on. Okay. And Lucifer handed Charlie off to Enchanted, and he said, "Please keep her safe, darling." "Oh, don't worry, Lucifer, I will." And Lucifer waited in the waiting room with Silver, and he was pacing the floor. "Oh, my poor baby. She couldn't even eat her dinner. Oh, my baby. My sweet baby girl. My darling." And after maybe half an hour, Lucifer fell asleep because it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, and he was exhausted. And then Enchanted came out and said, Lucifer, "Oh, what happened? Where's Charlie?" "She's fine now. You can see her." "Daddy?" "Oh, my baby. My baby." "What's wrong, Dad? Why are you crying? Did I do something wrong?" "Well, we can worry about that later, baby. I'm just relieved that you're okay. My Charlie, my sweet little Charlotte. My baby, I was so worried about you." "Daddy, don't cry." And the next day, when they were able to go home after Charlie felt better, he sat her down on his lap and he said, "Charlie, look at Daddy. Look, you're not in trouble, but what you did really scared me. I thought I was going to lose you." "Why?" "Because you got bit by 2 ticks, and you didn't tell me. I was so worried. You scared me half to death with all that scratching, and then you fainted in my arms, and then you were bleeding." "Charlie, baby, listen to me. If anything hurts you, or anything happens, you got to tell me, because I don't want to lose my baby. If I lost you, Charlie, I don't know what I would do. I'll be so upset. I would cry myself to sleep if something happened to you. Don't scare me like that ever again. Do you promise me?" "I promise, Dad." "Thank you. Now, I think somebody's hungry because they didn't eat their dinner. I'm gonna make you a fresh bowl of soup, okay?" "Okay, Dad." "Because it's still chilly outside. Here you go, my precious baby." "Thank you, Dad." "You're welcome." The end.